Biblical Archaeology, 14. New Testament. The New Testament records the history of the relationship between God and Christians. Archaeology and extra-biblical history confirm many of the historical details mentioned in the New Testament. In this video series, we discuss various examples where Luke has been suspected of inaccuracy, and accuracy has been vindicated by some inscriptional evidence. It may be legitimate to say archaeology has confirmed the New Testament record. F. Bruce, British biblical scholar, Rylands Professor of Biblical Criticism and Exegesis at the Victoria University of Manchester, Head of the Department of Biblical History and Literature at the University of Sheffield. If the New Testament were a collection of secular writings, their authenticity would generally be regarded as beyond all doubt. F. Bruce, the New Testament documents, are they reliable? Archaeology has in many cases refuted the views of modern critics. Miller Burrows, American biblical scholar, a leading authority on the Dead Sea Scrolls and Professor Emeritus at Yale Divinity School. Burrows was director of American School of Oriental Research in Jerusalem, and later president of the American Schools of Oriental Research. B.D., Union Theological Seminary, New York. Ph.D., Yale University, 1925. There exists no document from the ancient world witnessed by so excellent a set of textual and historical testimonies, and offering so superb an array of historical data on which an intelligent decision may be made. An honest person cannot dismiss a source of this kind. Skepticism regarding the historical credentials of Christianity is based upon an irrational, i.e., anti-supernatural, bias. Dr. Clark H. Pinnock, Professor of Systematic Theology at Regent College, Professor Emeritus of Systematic Theology at McMaster Divinity College. Ancient Near Eastern Studies, University of Toronto, 1960. Ph.D., New Testament, Manchester University, 1963. The Bible survives careful investigation in ways that are unique in all literature. Its superiority to attack, its capacity to withstand criticism, and its amazing facility to be proved right are all staggering by any standards of scholarship. Seemingly assured results, disproving the Bible, have a habit of backfiring. Dr. Clifford A. Wilson, former director of the Australian Institute of Archaeology. M.A., Archaeology, University of Sydney, Australia, 1958. B.D., Melbourne College of Divinity, 1968. Ph.D., Psycholinguistics, University of South Carolina, 1972. The number of manuscripts of the New Testament, or early translations from it in the oldest writers of the Church, is so large that it is practically certain that the true reading of every doubtful passage is preserved in some one or other of these ancient authorities. This can be said of no other ancient book in the world. Sir F. Kenyon, British paleographer and biblical and classical scholar, a noted scholar of ancient languages, who made a lifelong study of the Bible, especially the New Testament as an historical text. His book Our Bible and the Ancient Manuscripts, 1895, shows one way that Egyptian papyri and other evidence from archaeology can corroborate the narrative of historical events in the Gospels. He held a series of posts at the British Museum from 1889 to 1931. He was also the president of the British Academy from 1917 to 1921. The interval between the dates of the original composition and the earliest extant evidence becomes so small as to be in fact negligible, and the last foundation for any doubt that the scriptures have come down to us substantially as they were written has now been removed. Both the authenticity and the general integrity of the books of the New Testament may be regarded as finally established. Sir F. Kenyon. Conclusion. Many historical details from the Bible have been confirmed by archaeology. And there is no biblical narrative that has been falsified by archaeology. The Bible can be trusted as a collection of historical documents. Thanks to Michael Moat for compiling this information. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.